Coach Brendan Armstrong, just tell us the challenges that he brings to your defense.
Well, I mean, he's experienced, right? He plays with poise. He's got the arm talent to get the ball, to push the ball vertical. He can make his progressions, and then he can create on the run. In addition to that, he's a very good runner. As a back. So again, a lot of challenges there. He played really well last week, and the way they use him is really, really designed for him. So great challenge for us this week.
I was going to ask Sent about what you just mentioned, the UConn game, what you may have seen in that game that you probably didn't see previously in Brendan's last year.
Well, no, I mean, I have a lot of respect for the young man. To me, he looked like himself, So again, from our standpoint, he played really well. He scrambled well. He ran the ball really well. Big, strong kid, so you're going to have to wrap him up. And he made the throws when he needed to. So again, I think he's talented and obviously playing with a lot of confidence and a lot of experience.
Is this the biggest test your defense may face so far through 3 weeks of the season?
Yeah, I don't really get into all that. I mean, that's for you guys. For us, it's just, how do we have a great Tuesday? How do we make it the best Tuesday we can be and start stacking days? So all I know is I turn on the tape, over 200 yards rushing, four different backs, 3 different tight ends, a bunch of wideouts. They did a really nice job with their personnel, and it's a great challenge. So today was our early downs. Tonight we'll move forward to a little bit of third down.
Has Joshua Burnham arrived earlier than expected?
No, he's been doing good. Josh has been working hard, and again, it's a long road, for all those guys. So he's got to keep getting better. That whole position's got to continue to keep getting better. But does he work hard every day? Yes. Does he study his stuff? Is he ready for when the opportunity comes? Yeah. So that's been good for him. The ability to capitalize when your opportunity comes, when your moment comes, and stay small. Like he's been staying small, just working on his craft, getting in the playbook, eliminating things that will keep you off the field, mental errors, misalignments, that kind of thing.
2 more. Being able to kind of extend, go into the second string players on your defense in the first 2 games, how beneficial is that really in the season?
Yeah, well, again, we don't really call them second string guys. I mean, for us, we have a rotation, and we think our rotation is fairly large. We like to play a lot of guys, and defense is also a big part of special teams. So, a lot of our guys have to play special teams. So, if we're going to rest them a couple of downs, let's rest them on special teams and get some of the young guys in. So, but no, I'm glad we're playing a lot of guys, and before the game got out of hand against Navy, we were playing a lot of guys. So there was a lot of guys out there when the game was still in flux. So that's what's more important to me than just playing a lot of guys. Does that make sense? Yeah.
What's allowed Christian Gray to kind of carve out a role early on in his career?
Yeah, same thing, right? Just getting better every day, not looking ahead, just staying in the moment, trying to get better, meeting with Mick on the side, working on his techniques, listening to to Cam and Ben and Silu and those guys. So. And becoming trustworthy, right? That's the key. Like for all young players, if you want to get on the field, like eliminate, things that cause you to lose, right? Penalties, missed alignments, missed assignments. So he's done a good job with that so far.
All right, thanks, Coach.
How is everybody?
All right, how you doing?
Great.
Coach, obviously your offense has had tremendous success through these first 2 weeks, and I imagine you would want to continue that type of success. But odds are it'll start to lower in that success level as games progress. And are you looking forward to seeing how your offense can handle maybe facing some adversity when they're out there?
Yeah, you hope you've already solved those questions, but until you get in those fires, you want to make sure those guys have confidence to pull from. I think it's probably more of we tell our guys all the time, like there's only one way to operate. Like if we want to wake up in the morning and expect good things are going to happen, not wonder if they're not. To be fair, right? Like we're going to wake up every morning and expect good things to happen. We have really good staff. We have really good players that are playing with a lot of confidence. We got to trust those guys. And then they got to know, yes, adversity will come. Adversity will hit. It has during fall camp. we've got to be ready for those moments and then call on our leadership, call on our coaching staff, call on our people to solve those problems and get the job done to make sure we somehow find a way to get one more point than our opponent. That's the whole deal. So we'll embrace those moments, but we certainly want to wake up and expect great things to happen and then be ready to answer when they don't.
You talked about after week 1 about how much the confidence grew not only in the players but in yourself as well. Did that confidence meter shoot up some more after the game against Tennessee State heading into week 3?
Well, you know what, I think my dad has always said a good feeling goes a long way, and that part's true. But then Mom would say that there's a nice piece of a saying that would say that you better humble yourself, right? And if you don't, it'll be done for you. So we just go back to work. There's the creed we live by is the truth, the work, the results. Not just a saying either. That's the deal. Anytime you start feeling too good, just go back to work. So that's what our players do. That's what we're going to do as a staff. We feel good about the preparation we put in. We trust the plan we put in, and then we go at it and just keep working. And that's kind of how we're going to live it.
Have you looked into what Sam's performance was like during his time at Wake Forest against NC State, and if so, what have you taken away from that?
Yeah, I honestly have not. All we've done is study the next opponent. We're not certainly playing dumb to the fact to know that he was in that league and he's played there. I get all that, and those things are real. But as far as looking about what he did in that offense against them, it really just doesn't apply to us. So we're just trying to prepare for our next opponent this week, who's a hell of a football team and a big-time challenge for us on defense. And we're trying to put our guys, including Sam, in the best position possible to have success this Saturday.
What are the challenges? What are the challenges their defense presents?
I just said upstairs, Tony Gibson, that staff's a veteran staff. I know Coach Dorn very well as well. They're a tough physical operation as a football team. It's the same personality on defense. He's done a great job for a long time. They do a great job out of the 3 down front. It's multiple in every way, both in coverage and in front, and how they fit you. It's a tip of the hat deal. Got the utmost respect for him and their staff, and I mean that. And it's going to be a huge challenge for us.
When Marcus calls those timeouts before halftime, you give a chance at a 2-minute drill. What kind of confidence does that give you from him?
Yeah, I think it's a confidence. I certainly would say I understand maybe a confidence in me, but I think more so it's a confidence in our players. And he knows and believes also that we're going to have those moments. The more we can get in those moments and get ready for a long season, it's just going to pay huge dividends for us in our decision making and our situational awareness throughout a long year.
All right, thanks,
Thank you all very much.
Josh, you out to a hot start so far this season, man. What's been the transition for you as far as excelling so far early on?
Yeah, I think as of right now, for me, I've just been trying to focus in and just play free, not think as much, and just go out there, play physical, violent, play quick.
Is this something you expected to be able to play right away, or has the amount of opportunities you've had this early surprised you?
I mean, I think everyone's goal and is to be coming in and playing early, but it's really just taking the opportunities you have and making the most out of it. And I feel like I've done that.
How much confidence did you gain from just having a solid performance the first 2 games?
Quite a bit. I mean, it gives me confidence personally, just knowing that I'm capable of what I'm doing. I mean, this is the bottom of where I want to be at, so I just want to keep going up from here.
What's been the reaction from the guys in the locker room on your production so far, being able to help the team defensively?
Yeah, the older guys are super supportive. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it without them, so I appreciate every single one of them. I mean, we all force each other to get better in practice, and it's just a really, really close group.
Coach Golden just mentioned that for the young guys that it's important for you guys to just be trusted. Do you feel that trust, and how far has that trust come from the spring, fall, and now into the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely grown for sure. I mean, like I said, just getting to the point now where you don't have to think about what you have to do for each series, and just being able to go out and play free. I mean, it's a huge step, and it's really helped out.
Anything else? What challenges do you see against Brandon Armstrong, a guy that's a dual threat QB?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, dual threat. I mean, you got to lock them down on the run and pass. So I mean, it's always going to be challenging no matter what. But just focusing in on the little details. And yeah.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, guys.
Chris, now that you've actually played in 2 games, what's the transition to wide receiver been like?
It's been fun. It's been really fun. Just being able to work in space,
take advantage of my abilities and just continuing to learn. Like I said before, every day we're trying to reach our full potential. That's what Coach Freeman says all the time, and that's what I've been focusing on, trying to win each and every day. So it's been fun. It's been really fun.
How does a quarterback like Sam Hartman, especially the way he played in the first 2 games, kind of help all the wide receivers out?
Yeah, it helps a lot, with just having somebody with that kind of experience, that kind of confidence, and him spilling that confidence into us. It kind of helps us play a lot easier as well, play a lot more freely, just knowing that he believes in us and he trusts us. So,
you guys have your biggest test so far this week. Just your thoughts on going into a hostile environment down in Raleigh to face NC State.
Yeah, I would say we approach every week the exact same. Like I said before, we're trying to reach our full potential each and every week. So, whatever this week has for us, we'll be ready for it.
What's the excitement like in the wide receiver room overall? I know we talked a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like it was yesterday, about just how open it is in the room, how much love you guys feel with each other.
Yeah.
How's it grown through 2 games?
Yeah, right now it's just continuing to build. We have a lot of confidence in ourselves and each other in that room. So, just continuing to build on each other, making sure that we're all there for each other, upholding the standard, and then, even trying to raise that to a whole different level is what we're trying to do.
Any conversations, thoughts going back to some near stomping grounds to where Sam Hartman was at, a place he's played at before? Have you had a chance to pick his brain on what it's like to be in that environment?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it that much, especially since the week has just started. We're trying to work on what we need to do. We're not really focused on the environment or what's going to happen, all kind of outside noise. We're worried about doing our jobs and making sure that we're prepared for Saturday.
Do one more, please. If you got one.
I guess, do you have any advice for the young receivers just going on their first road trip into a hostile environment?
No, not really. I mean, it's football at the end of the day. It's the same game that they've been playing their whole lives. Just take everything in, have fun. That's about it.
All right, thanks, Chris.
You guys haven't been challenged too much in the secondary in the first 2 games. Are you looking forward to seeing what you guys are capable of against a pretty good quarterback in Brendan Armstrong?
Of course. I think just us worrying about what we're doing, playing to our standard, and it's always fun whenever everyone starts to throw the ball, and it's the opportunity to make plays, and hopefully we'll capitalize on those.
Thomas, you've had some pretty impactful plays the first 2 games, pass breakups and things like that. How's the excitement been in this room now that you've actually been able to get on the field in game action?
It's been great. It's a different feeling playing in a different stadium for the first time after like 4 years. But I love it. Feels great, especially going out there and doing it with my teammates. We built a really good bond over the spring and over the fall, so it's been great.
Have you played at NC State before?
I haven't.
What are you looking forward to playing in this hostile environment, first road game of the season?
They're an air raid type of offense, so I think it's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to make plays and really just test what we've been working and seeing where we are at. So it'll be fun.
What's kind of your comfort level within the defense at this point?
I'm really comfortable. Like I say, just continuing to understand what everyone's doing around me will allow me to play faster, and then just communication and stuff like that. But I'm real comfortable.
And then you blitzed a couple times on Saturday. I guess, is that something that we might not have seen in your game before, or is that an underrated part of your game?
I definitely think it's an underrated part. I didn't really blitz at all at Oklahoma State, so I love that. Obviously, just being able to showcase another ability that I have, and I love it. But yeah, I've been blitzing a lot.
Anything else? All right, thanks all.
Pat, where's kind of Coach Rudolph helped you the most so far in his time here?
He's been unbelievable. Since the day he's come in, he's been a great voice in the room, and he's kept the standard to standard. And he tells us to continue to raise it every day, and that's what we strive for. I would say personally, just like technique-wise, I feel like I've grown in that aspect of my game. Pad level, I take great pride in that. And yeah, like I said, he's been a great leader for us. Me personally, but everyone in the room. It's been an unbelievable experience.
And then there's 4 guys from your signing class that are starting right now. Have you guys like talked about that at all, or how special that is?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We were just talking about it. Yeah, I think we've joked around about it like once or twice, but it's a cool thing. Like, it's funny the way it worked out. I don't think anyone thought it was going to work out that way, like how it did with Joe and Blake and just the process that it was, but it's really cool. Yeah.
Pat, well, what have you seen from this? Well, how would you grade the offensive line so far through 2 games as you approach week 3?
Yeah, I think we played well. I think there's things we've done really good, and then there's things that we have to clean up, and we're destined to do that. I think there's just like little things that me personally and as a group that we need to get better at, but there's just things every day that we have to continue to strive for and close the gap on, and I think obviously 2 wins is where we want to be, so that's a very positive. And like I said, we've done some awesome things, and then there's always things to clean up though.
How much have you learned about yourself getting to actually start play to college football games?
How much have I learned about myself? I would say I've always believed in myself. Like, since the moment I stepped foot on campus, or in January when Log and J-Pat left, and I knew there was going to be an opportunity for me to play. I believed in the process, and I've always believed that I can do it, and then I feel like that's just shown that like the hard work really does pay off. And yeah, I mean, sorry.
Is this the biggest test that you guys may be facing on that front line so far this season, so far in this early season? But and if so, what's the process like mentally to be able to come out successful against NC State?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, they pose some really great challenges. They're really talented up front. The 2 teams we played before were very talented as well, but I think it raises a bit more of a challenge this week. Very talented, very long, very fast. They fly around the ball, and they pride themselves on having a good defense. So we're gonna be ready for it. I mean, we're gonna take the needed steps in prep and all the way through Saturday to go out there and have a successful performance.
Just one more for Pat.
What's it been like having a leader like Sam Hartman, and how do you kind of hone in on what he's able to provide for you going into this matchup, a place where he's played multiple times?
Yeah, no, it's been great. Since the moment he stepped foot in the locker room, he's been one of the boys, and I think that's as great as we could ask for, honestly. He's fit in so well with us, and he is 5 years older than me, or whatever, 4, I don't even know, but it doesn't feel that way at all. We're tight friends, we're teammates, it's like a brotherhood in there. So he stepped in and accepted his role and raised the roof for us. Obviously, he's the team captain, and every guy in that locker room respects the heck out of him. So I know he's gonna be ready, and we're gonna be ready to protect him like we always do, and it's gonna be set up for success on Saturday.
All right, thanks, Pat.
All right, thank you guys.